What was the first anime you ever watched? Might have been One Piece, Naruto, Attack on Titan, or even Astro Boy. You old fart. We probably all have very fond memories of the first anime we ever watched, and remember it quite well if your memory span is like this short, but this isn't that short actually. This is kinda average with a good personality and stuff. Anyways, the first anime I ever watched was called Silver Fang, or Yinga Nagarebo Shijin in Japanese. Sorry for the pronunciation. All I remember about the show is it's pretty much just dogs on steroids. But I don't know how this was the first anime I ever watched, because Naruto and One Piece were the most popular animes at the time. I'm guessing my parents probably went into a DVD store or one of these big DVD baskets, and saw Naruto on one side and then Silver Fang on the other. And then they said, "Oh, little fifth, he wanted some dogs, right? We give him some dogs." And how right they were. I watched that DVD until it wouldn't play no more. So today, we're gonna rewatch Silver Fang for the first time in 10 to 15 years. We get introduced to Gramps and his dog Ricky, who are out in the snowy wilderness searching for a bear called Akakabuto. Akakabuto means red stripe if Google hasn't failed me, but it would make sense because he has a red stripe on his back. At the same time, 3 puppies are born. 1 who's important, 2 which aren't. Take a good look while you can, because you won't be seeing them much more. The important one is named Silver, and he's called that because he has silver fur, of course, and he has stripes on his back. And apparently that makes him stronger, which doesn't really make sense to me, but I won't question it. But because he's strong, the little boy named Daisuke is going to take him out to the woods to kill the bear, which is like 50 times the size of him, or what? Anyways, at this point, Riki and Gramps have started to fight Akakabuto and trying to kill the bear once and for all, because he's apparently been terrorizing the town or something, but Riki and Gramps accidentally fall into a hole while fighting the bear and lose all their energy. So what is Gramps' master plan at this point, you might be asking? Well, he's going to cut off his own flesh and feed it to Riki. How was I allowed to watch this show as a child? Thankfully, Riki refuses to eat Gramps' flesh, so he's actually cut it off in vain, which isn't great. But since Gramps is also really good at peer pressure, Riki goes and fights Akakabuto anyways. At this point, Daisuke and Silver are also watched, and an intense fight between Riki and Akakabuto ensues. But Riki sadly pulls the short straw and falls into an even bigger hole. What is this show, and what are all these holes doing here? Riki is presumed dead, and by the time Silver has turned 3 hours old, he's already watched his father die. They get back to town after Akakabuto escaped, and now it's time for Silver to get trained. Gramps get into town, and hopefully has a better owner than Daisuke. Hopefully this is gonna be some kind of epic like trading montage. I'm thinking Hunter x Hunter, I'm thinking Attack on Titan, I'm thinking Dragon Ball. What's he gonna do, right? Oh, okay, he's drowning him. But thankfully he doesn't die, and instead finishes his training. As a surprise, after he finishes his training, of course he's gonna go meet his mom and 2 brothers again, right? Okay, he kills his brothers. After that training montage, they go into the woods again and meet Akakabuto. Of course, useless Daisuke falls into a hole and Silver has to save him, and the main villain survives once again. They could have literally just left him in the hole. Apparently, Daisuke has become like a god with the bow and arrow now, and he actually kills a bear, so maybe he isn't that useless. But, he hasn't redeemed himself yet. Here for a few episodes, nothing interesting really happens, but then, finally, Silver gets a grip and joins the dog brethren. But of course Daisuke brings him back, because apparently he's the only one who deserves happiness in this relationship. But Silver hasn't given up yet. He's finally gonna get away. And he does. And we get introduced to the boys. The most important dog is probably Ben, because he's best boy and I don't care about any of the other dogs. Ben actually has the same voice actor as both Doflamingo and Grimmer Wolfgang from Monster. So he's voiced 2 of the most full developed characters in all of fiction, and then Doflamingo. That was a joke. Please, One Piece fans, stay off me. The boys run into another bear, which kills a few dogs, which I don't really care about because Ben survives. They then run into another gang of wild dogs. The leader of the wild dogs isn't in the best mood and tries to kill our gang of dogs by pushing an avalanche of rock towards them. But as long as Ben is fine, you know, it doesn't... Was my childhood alive? Why am I even watching this series if Ben is dead? Huh? Ben never dies, immortal till proven wrong. Ben of course gets up and takes care of all the wild dog because he's best boy. Fight me. In the next episode, they run into a dog cult, I guess, which tries to poison our boys to death, but apparently this was a misunderstanding and the cult is actually trying to kill another gang of cannibal dogs. And this one cannibal dog has a goddamn scythe? How is this fair? If Ben had a scythe, Kabuto would have been dead like 10 episodes ago, dude. The cannibal dog with the scythe is apparently their leader and attacks the cult boys, killing one of them. Rip cult boy, you will remember. Oh, apparently he survived. I guess that works. Silver of course comes to the rescue and puts the scythe in the leader's own eye. To be honest, that's some moves, Silver. Use their strength against them. In this case, a scythe, which doesn't happen a lot, but it could happen. They run away. Ben gets poisoned, but he's fine because he's immortal. They meet up with the cannibals again, and the leader's wife is going to sacrifice their child. The child gets saved, the mother gets a talking to, and the dad gets his throat cut open. Now when everything seems calm, the cannibals' dojo gets set on fire. And they commit mass suicide? How was I ever allowed to watch this? I'm done with this shit. I need to talk to my dad. Oh my god.
Men var det bara en film eller finns det inte flera?
Jo men det är en serie. Det är en serie.
Ja, det är det jag tänker. Herregud. Ja, precis.
Men du kommer inte ihåg något från den egentligen?
Nej, inte mycket, det kan jag inte säga.
Men du kommer ihåg att det var en hund, eller en varg som du säger?
Ja, jag upplevde det mer som att det är lika med en varg liksom.
Ja, men du kommer inte ihåg de massmord?
Nej, det gör jag verkligen inte.
Och du kommer inte ihåg de massjälvmord?
Nej, det kommer jag verkligen inte. Och så domaren upp ett mål.
Och du kommer inte ihåg att jag fick kolla den men inte Spider-Man?
Nej. Då hörs vi av.
Det gör vi, ha det bra, älskar dig.
Älskar dig också, hejdå.
Hejdå. You wanna guess how many episodes I covered? I covered 12 episodes. 12 episodes out of 21. And I didn't even show all of it. There was so much I actually missed to cover, and in the further episodes that you go along, crazier things happen. But I feel like people need to experience this series for themselves. And even though the series is nothing like I remember it, I still have such fond memories of it. I get a nostalgia trip every time I hear the music, I feel like, because the original soundtrack to this show is so amazing. And even though a show may have plot holes, may have like outdated quality and stuff, I feel like anyway we look at it, it's still the first anime we ever watched, and hundreds of animes we watch after that will probably get better, but it will never be the same, right? Because you experience a new type of medium that would really just show you a whole new world. And I think we really have to appreciate that in some weird way, right? It doesn't matter what the first anime you ever watched was. It was still the beginning.